I strongly believe that sometimes people need to fight it out. Because talking doesn't do it. Sometimes you can talk. Like if it's certain situations, you could talk to a person. You express how you feel. They express how they feel. Y'all come to a mutual agreement that y'all either don't agree or you might start seeing it from another person's point of view.
They got to figure that out over there. So it's not a thing of me having an issue with her. My only issue is why you leak my number. It ain't no thing. Oh, I want him, and he's married to you. And it's not that. I'm a girl's girl. So when it comes to like that, that's not it. We all know that Remy was already out here having her little boy toy or whatever prank. He done came out and done said it that they were in a relationship 2 years.
Wow.
So.
Rumor has it that Claressa Shields attempted to send some hitters to take Remy out. The two have been fighting for a while, posting subs online that are all connected to Babu. Remy once challenged Claressa to settle it in a ring, but that obviously didn't happen. What did Claressa do instead? Claressa allegedly raised the stakes and sent some people to handle Remy, but they missed. And now, there have been rumors that Remy Ma ended up in a hospital bed. This is crazy, people. It may sound like something from a movie, but the tension has been building for a long time. Let's take a moment to calm down and discuss what actually caused this explosive moment. When Remy Ma was last seen, she was standing tall on stage next to Trey Songz and Connie Diamond at an event in her hometown. She played their remix of Ghetto and Ratchet, which isn't very noteworthy, but she changed one lyric in her verse that sent everyone into a tailspin. The original bar got a problem by saying, "Some F want your ninja, I take him," but live on stage, Remy changed it to, "If I wanted your ninja, I'll take him." The way she delivered that line was so venomous, and the Energy fans realized right away that she was referring to Claressa. Let's not forget that Claressa has been all booed up with poos lately, and Remy is aware of this. "I had him first, and I could take him back if I wanted to." And the degree of assurance, or perhaps resentment, had some wondering if Remy was still upset about her breakup with P. However, when Pella paused for a while, that statement might have been the final straw for Claressa shortly after Ray's onstage taunt. In a video that is currently going viral, Claressa showed off her own freestyle, and you can bet your bottom dollar that she didn't hold back either. Claressa is positioned before the beat drops, and she starts calling herself a face spiller. Y'all, if that's not directed at Remy, then who else would it be? She boasts about stacking paper and being in different tax brackets, and radiates this energy as if she's telling everyone she's not the person to play with. She's wearing a luxury whip, a trucker jacket, shades, and a war bomber jacket. Here's the twist, though. The comments section of the internet was flooded with insults such as, "It's given that I want to be Remy badly." It's funny how ironic that after seeing Remy in the studio with Mayo and performing at Madison Square Garden, Claressa appears rapping and dressed like Remy. This is garbage, and Remy truly got the last laugh. Listen, everyone, that last comment must have hurt because Claressa's face later in the video said it all. Instagram stories. This is where things really get messy, though. And it's a little scary because after Claressa's freestyle failed and social media pulled her forward, rumors began to circulate that Remy had been involved in an incident. She thought she was doing something, but the streets weren't feeling it. That freestyle was supposed to stop Remy from talking, but instead it just fueled the comparisons and made Claressa look pressed. When you combine street loyalty with broken hearts and public humiliation, anything is possible. However, it is true that Claressa, who is known to have some street ties back in Michigan, may have sent some hitters to confront Remy, and rumors are circulating that Remy ended up in the hospital as a result. She hasn't been seen in public for days, with no posts, appearances, or live videos. There are people, and if anyone could make things happen without getting their hands dirty, it might be her. However, in the meantime, while all of this drama is going on, guess who's out there having a good time? Papoose, you guys. He's been seen on vacation with Claressa, smiling, having a good time, and not seeming to be bothered by the drama. This is what has fans even more convinced because even though she lost the rap battle, it appears that she may be winning the war because she has the man she clapped back with. Her own bars, and now that she's gone completely silent, no social media posts, events, clapbacks, nothing, It seems like Remy may have vanished for a while, and the streets are talking. If there's one thing we know about Remy Ma, it's that she doesn't keep quiet for long, so for her to go missing so quickly, something is amiss. Some speculate that she may be laying low due to the alleged hit attempt, while others believe she may be planning a comeback. But let's be honest, everyone, it appears that this is not just a rap feud anymore, it's a ticking time bomb. Ray has already served time in prison, and based on her demeanor, it appears that she isn't scared to return, which makes her 10 times more dangerous than any diss track or Instagram post. She knows what's at stake, but if you push her the wrong way, she might risk everything. Claressa may have delivered the first blow, but she had better be afraid because Remy is not just dangerous. She's the kind of woman who means what she says and doesn't bluff.
Came up every day? Every visit.
For the first year, he came literally every single day. When you're in a match, you have a visit every day,
Right,
but
that's
it
right,
alters
right.
on the weekends,
That's
on
right.
Saturday or Sunday. So literally the
Every
first
day.
year,
How
he
far
came
is
every day.
Stafford Hills from?
It's about 45 to an hour, depending on
So
traffic.
he was running up there every day, like coming up there.
Yeah, to
back
like, I
tomorrow.
mean, it got to a point where I had to tell him like, yo, like, I'm good. I'm alright. Like, and I guess like when he believed it, that was alright, and I was like, he was like, alright, cool. And then he'll come like a little bit less. He'll come like 3 times a week.
Here, we must not overlook the obvious. Remy clearly loves Papoose as if he were her ride or die. Therefore, if Claressa is attempting to interfere, Remy might be ready to go into full-on attraction mode, especially now that she and Pap have a child together. However, that relationship is more than just a family relationship, so it's not unrealistic to think that she would do whatever it takes to protect it, even if it means ending Claressa. Seeing the entire scenario as though, I already have the, baby, all I need now is a husband and peace. Nothing, not even a boxing champion, is standing in my way. And for those who believe that Ray is just yelling at everyone, let's take a little trip down memory lane because her past is not charming. Remy Ma was a real-life criminal, and it's not just hip-hop battle talk or a small slap on the wrist. She was found guilty. For shooting someone, Nikita Barnes was the victim in a gunshot incident that Remy was involved in 2007 just outside the Manette nightclub. Joseph said that Remy believed she had stolen money from her, so instead of discussing it, Remy pulled the trigger. She claimed it was an accident, but the court didn't believe her and charged her with possessing a weapon and even attempting to coerce her. As a result, she was sentenced to 8 years in prison.
I'm innocent. You can always say that.
She has been attempting to live her best life ever since her release from prison after serving 6 years. But best believe, let's fast forward to 2019 when Remy was arrested. Once more for allegedly punching Brittany Taylor, her co-star on Love and Hip Hop New York. Yes, Remy got a whole case from one backstage slap, and the court had to issue a restraining order, which only goes to show that if Remy feels disrespected, she will act out without hesitation. Big Remy is still in there somewhere.
Realest that I can be to you. Stop playing these social media games. People get hurt every day from playing on social media. Brittany, you're 4'10", baby.
What does that mean?
That means that you're really little. That's what that means.
I don't care.
It's kind of impossible to be with it when you're 4'10".
However, it's not just Remy who is on demon time. Her son was also involved in a murder case in 2021 after being arrested for allegedly participating in a shooting incident that claimed the life of another person. This case sent shockwaves through the internet, prompting people to wonder what was actually happening in Ray's home because it was giving Bonnie and Clyde and their child a lot of energy.
Remy Ma, her son is charged with first-degree murder.
Hypothetically.
There's not a hypothetical.
Well, not hypothetically, but how you say he's not?
He's charged. He hasn't been convicted of it,
Right.
but he's charged with it. You know, which makes it very sad, you know, because remember, she went to prison for shooting a girl over a money dispute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And when 50 Cent, of all people, tells you to stop, you may have gone too far. That's what happened. It seems like Claressa is in high spirits and wants all the smoke. She has been searching for Remy and pushing for the location, as if she were pulling up to a boxing match rather than a street situation. You guys had to intervene when she started acting recklessly, and 50 told Claressa that she would get the blip, yes, the blip, if she followed through, and that wasn't just a threat. Claressa Shields, who is accustomed to fighting in the ring, may have assumed she could handle a little drama from a rapper, but what she encountered was not just any rapper, but a real one with a criminal history and a rap sheet. People close to her claim she has a crew that is still loyal from a terror squad day, so some of those same people are still out there playing dress-up while Claressa is out there. That's a warning from someone who has been around the neighborhood and witnessed what happens when you cross the line with someone who has nothing to lose. Remy and the rapper boxer may be playing chess instead of checkers, but there are rumors that she has been keeping quiet because she is waiting for her turn to react not only verbally, but also physically. Been monitoring Claressa's movements, timing her patterns, observing who is around her, and getting ready to hit her where it hurts the most. However, behind the scenes, people are claiming that Ray has been playing it smart, really smart, by surreptitiously retrieving phone records, watching old interviews, checking direct messages, and seeing who has been around her. Considering how profound the betrayal is, there is also a rumor that Remy's close friend, who remained impartial throughout the entire Pap and Claressa situation, has now allegedly flipped and given Remy screenshots, messages, and location drops of everything. This means that while Claressa is out here doing podcasts and working out at the gym, Remy may be creating her own Tubby documentary, and you all know how Remy gets when she has something to prove. She isn't the type to air dirty laundry just for clout, so if she spills, it will be disastrous. Dark, really, some fans are speculating about a potential setup, a well-thought-out scheme between Pap and Claressa to remove Remy from the picture. After a period of low-key conflict between Pap and Remy, Claressa suddenly appears and starts hanging out with Pap, changing from being a little sister to the main chick. 5 seconds later, the optics were clearly off from the start. Remy is publicly humiliated and fan-shamed, and then, bang, someone supposedly tries to kill her. You know who it is? Advantages. If she has left, let's address the big question. If this is indeed an attempted hit, or even if Remy's close friend or family member told her about one, don't be shocked if authorities are involved. Ray has been down before, so she isn't stupid enough to call the feds herself, but they might already be watching. Here's what we're hearing on the streets. Remy is reportedly hiring a private investigator in secret, and someone involved in the alleged hit has already flipped and revealed names. Claressa has been acting in an unusual way, halting activities, altering her security detail, and allegedly receiving legal advice behind the scenes, so if Remy Ma or anyone else comes forward with concrete proof that Claressa planned or even suggested physical harm, prosecutors could strike quickly. In addition, if this evidence supports conspiracy to commit a crime, Claressa may face legal repercussions if there is any evidence that she was involved in the planning or funding of a crime, which is a full felony charge. Even threatening violence via text or direct message can be used against you in court for obstruction or tampering with a witness. If Claressa and her team attempt to intimidate Remy or anyone else associated with her, that is another serious charge. Any violence-related scandal could result in her being suspended, dropped from endorsements, or blacklisted in the media. If the public begins to believe that she has anything to do with harming another woman, particularly a woman with a child, her reputation will be completely destroyed. However, I heard from you. Do you think that Ray is simply laying low or loading up enough to come for someone like Remy Ma? And do you think Pap is the mastermind behind this whole love triangle of chaos? Or is he just an innocent bystander? Please share your thoughts and dubious receipts in the comments section below. And don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and enable notifications so you don't miss the next chapter of this crazy journey.